Hi, welcome to the introductory class of ASP. As we all know, ASP.NET is a part of Microsoft Visual Studio.NET. Microsoft Visual Studio.NET. Here, I am going to explain how an ASP.NET application can be developed simply by simply developing a Microsoft Visual Studio ASP.NET application. I am just using Visual Studio, Microsoft Visual Studio 2019. Click on that program file. The Visual Studio 2019 welcome screen is open. The left side you can see the recent files already done. My first solution, etc. This month, this week, etc. is displayed here. In the right side, we can see a set of options. Clone a repository, open a project or solution, open a local folder, create a new project. Several options are there inside this window. We are going to create a new project or new web application. So just choose create a new project. Create a new project. The next screen, the recent project templates for ASP.NET is displayed. Here by default, ASP.NET Web Application for .NET Framework is selected. And corresponding to that, ASP.NET Core Web Application, Blazor Application, gRPC Service, Racer Class Library, NUnit Test Project, ASP.NET Web Application using .NET Framework, WebDriver Test for Edge, WebDriver Test for Edge in .NET Core and .NET Framework, etc. Several options are displaying in the right part of the window. From this, I am choosing ASP.NET Web Application using .NET Framework. Then click on the next button. A window is displayed to configure our new project we are going to develop in ASP.NET Web Application. Here, you have to specify a project name. I am going to give a name to the project. Going to give a name, sample. The name of the project is sample. The location by default is represented, is displayed here. The solution name is the name of the project itself, sample. And the framework by default is the higher framework of .NET installed in this computer, that is .NET Framework 4.7.2. Other than these set of frameworks, we can see a list of frameworks 4.6.1, 4.6, etc. up to 4. We can see a list of frameworks there. Click on the create button. Click on the create button. Next dialog is displayed. From that dialog, we have to choose whether we are going to create an empty ASP.NET Web Application or a web form ASP.NET Web Application or a MVC ASP.NET Web Application or a web API instead of an application, whether we are creating an API or a single page application. Several architectures or several options are there. We are using web forms, ASP.NET Web Forms application. It is used to build dynamic websites by means of code behind model, event driven model. Our familiar drag and drop controls are, or the tools are dragged and dropped to the design view to create dynamic websites. Such a design surface and hundreds of controls and components Let us rapidly build sophisticated, powerful, user interface driven websites with database access or data solutions. MEC means model view controller, another architecture. API means application program interface. Single application, single document, a project template for creating rich client-side JavaScript or HTML5 application using ASP.NET website, single page application. Here we are going to develop the web form application. The web form option is selected among these set of options and click on the create button. A dialog is displayed creating project sample. Our new project is going to create. We are by using this Microsoft Visual Studio.NET, we are going to develop our first ASP.NET application. The name of the application is known as sample. So it is displaying the project name is sample. The first screen is displayed. Here the top of the screen, you can see the menu followed by toolbox, followed by toolbar. The left side we can see a toolbox. Right side there is a solution explorer, and in between toolbox and solution explorer we can see an area for designing our web application. I am directly moving to create a web application or website. These things we shall explain later, what is the purpose of solution explorer, etc. And the several files that are listing in the solution explorer, we shall explain it later. Right now, go to the project menu, we can see add new item, add new item. Click on the add new item dialog is displayed. From that, I am choosing an option web form, web form. Click on the add button. A new web form is added to our project sample. The name is shown in the Solution Explorer web form 1.aspx and the corresponding source is displayed here, web form 1.aspx. In the bottom part, we can see the design area and the source area. The source is the HTML source code of the corresponding web page. The design area we can see here, this is the design of webform 1.aspx. Now look at the left side. The toolbox contains a rich set of tools, a rich set of controls. From this, I am placing a label. By simply double clicking a label is placed here. Label. Right click on that label and choose properties. You can see the properties window is displayed in the right part of the window bottom to the solution explorer. These are the various properties that we selected in the label. Locate the text property. The text property. The text property is the text to be shown for the label. Here it is label. This label. Right now I am removing that text and giving a new text here. My first ASP.NET web application. My first ASP.NET web application. The text I have edited here. You can see that the text what I have entered in the properties window is displayed in the design view of the website. My first ASP.NET web application. This is the text right now shown for the label. Then click on this IIS Express button or the debug button. The web application, the ASP.NET web application is built for execution and it is then executed in the default web browser of this current system. My default web browser is shown and in the URL part we can see the webform1.aspx is displaying. The webform1.aspx is displaying. The webform1.aspx, the webform1 is displayed. My first web ASP.NET web application screen is displayed. From here, we can identify that creating ASP.NET web pages by using ASP.NET, creating a website is too easy. We can design web pages by using the controls in the toolbox. There exists a rich set of controls in the toolbox. We can use controls whatever we needed and design accordingly. Program based on event-driven programming, and it will be executed in the web browser. Dynamic web pages can be created like this. I think you all aware about to create a simple ASP.NET web application, how to start web application, how to open, how to create a Microsoft Visual Studio .NET, ASP.NET, and how to start it and execute it. Thank you.